the garden. And I stepped in there and I'm like, wow, like this is beautiful. I'm taking pictures. You can't tell me my pictures don't belong in the magazine. That's how beautiful all of the crops and produce was. So I finally am in the garden and I'm just walking around. Deacon Davis was giving my friend and I a tour and I'm looking at all the fruits and vegetables like, okay, I tried that. I never had that. What is that? They're like, taste this. And you know, I'm not the nature person, so it's bugs around. So it's beautiful, but I'm like, you know, ducking and looking around. But from my experience, I felt like a kid in a candy store, you would say. I was just amazed by everything you saw. And for me, it's finding those little jewels in Paterson that you wouldn't imagine just riding past and just looking at it. Once you get in here, what's really inside, you can't even imagine. You really have to experience it for yourself. So ever since then, I've been telling everyone, you know, it's a garden on the boulevard on Rosa Parks. What? Yeah, there's a garden here. Go see it. So fast forward, working with Habitat for Humanity, Steve and Martha and some green team members. There's a space on North Main and North Main Street in Helton Ave. And we cleaned up that space and we want to make a garden. So every meeting, we're talking like, who's going to be the gardener? Because I could barely grow a plant, you know. So we're like, who's the gardener? And I'm like, we need Deacon Davis. We need Deacon Davis. And it's like, he has his own garden. We need 20 Deacon Davises in the city of Paterson. Because we need to take those little pockets or a whole lot of pockets in our areas and turn them into these safe places that is producing food. Let's talk about the food issue, right? For me, there's vegetables in his garden I said I've never seen. There's children who probably never tasted most of these vegetables. So if our school districts, if our city can really invest in this garden, bring our kids to these gardens, allow them to see that they can grow things, this is something that we need to expand. So I believe any resources, any organizations that tackle food issues and just want to educate our children, we need to incorporate people like Deacon Davis and what he's doing and help it grow bigger. You know, tonight we're giving him his accolades, we're saying how amazing he is, but we need to be more vocal and share the news of what he's doing and bring in resources to him. When I think of people like Deacon Davis, you know, people in the city of Paterson, the city that when most people outside of here think of here, they don't, who's in Paterson? What's in there? It's earthly angels is what I call them, right? People who have that positive light. I just recently met him, but when I see him, I feel like he's my uncle. He shares my uncle grandpa, you know, because he's kind of older. But he gives off that down south, that heartness, that, you know, even though we're technically strangers, I feel like he's a relative. So I just want to thank you for just giving off that positive light, not only in your garden, but in who you are. I will continue to tell people about the garden. I will continue to push education on food and for all of us to eat better and to help our children grow up to know what more vegetables are out there. So just thank you for what you do. Thank you for the opportunity for me to be here. And I look forward to seeing that garden grow and the one on North Main Street once the weather gets better because, you know. And again, I pray for God to send 1,000 Deacon Davises our way.
Amen.
And we can continue. Thank you so much.